Hey there, welcome back to Elden Ring. We're gonna go and we're trying to find Dee's brother. Now, we know it's out here somewhere, right? Near Knight's Ground, Nokron, the Eternal City, right? Because that's what this whole place is, Nokron, Eternal City, the Knight's Sacred Ground. So we have to get through this stretch of area and figure it's somewhere around here. And we know there's a bunch of like water things coming down there below the well. So yeah, we're gonna do some walking around, we're gonna find it. And there's a lot of interesting things with these, ancestral followers. There's that one singing. It's the only female ones we've seen before. I never made that connection before that, like, all the others have been male. And they have, like, antler things that are glowing. And then, in addition to that, how I talked about before was, like, the bull thing. There was, like, tablets that showed, like, a bull. And we've not seen a bull creature. But the followers have bull horns on. And then you had those falling star beasts that were, to me, movement-wise and stuff, seemed kind of bull-ish. It's a red wolf. Why is there a red wolf down here, man? I could not tell you. I do not know. He has glowing eyes, though. Dude, what? Another dude with, like, glowing eyes? Owie. And he can do the sorceries. Glintstone, carrion sorceries, right? Not just glintstone sorceries. Carrion sorceries. That's a distinction, right? Even though they're both like glintstone sorceries, the I guess the style of them is a bit different, because the regular ones are like aspects of like astrology, right? Comet shards, star showers, things like that, where these emulate blades and things. Owie. I don't really like fighting him. He kind of messes me up at times. Got him. But again, it's another one where like he doesn't use that red blade thing. And I mean, it's possible, right, that he's getting these abilities by devouring sorcerers. Look at that. Oh, that was almost really bad. That looks so cool, though. See him, like, rising up out of the water. These, like, petrified stumps kind of, like, half reaching up. You know what it kind of makes me think of? And maybe I've said something like this before, is, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. There's a lot of tie-ins with like various things that go to there across multiple games, really, but in particular this one was a Scarlet Rot, Millennia, etc. But this underground was like water that looks like clean and good, these like kind of petrified trees that reach up, because underneath the toxic jungle of Nausicaa is a like kind of like sacred place that has these like sands that drop down, petrified trees too, I believe, and then like water that's clean and able to be drank. And we got this structure here, bunch of rats, and we can totally make it there. So I feel like these are just kind of like sinking into the water, like they're not supposed to be in it. Like I think it's just kind of like happening because of time. Oh, there's one there. Hi. Why are you alone? She's big. She's like really big. Holy cow. But she's cradling a skull. Hair's kind of bluish white, similar to them. Elongated skull, kind of like some kind of animal. Ancestral infant's head. The skull of a very young ancestral spirit. Just think about how many sproutings it might bear. Use FP to spray spirit vapor, inflicting magic damage. The vapor becomes a temporary geyser, which deals continuous damage to everything it touches until it disappears. It's cool. So maybe kind of like a deer thing. Now we see that geyser thing that the ancestral spirit does, right? I mean, obviously this is a infant one, so yeah, it tracks, right? It spits out this like kind of blue spirity fire thing onto the ground. When we would stand on it, it hurt us. Even the rats are entranced, right? So like, we've been seeing before how they have all these animals that they kind of like shepherd and guide. And when they have their bone weapons, they only use herbivorous beasts, right? They don't use carnivorous things, which is an interesting distinction. But even the rats are kind of weird because they kind of fit into both groups, right? Because they will consume whatever they want, right? Whatever they need to. See how he's like enchanted, and his horns were like glowing too, and he's got an aura about him too. Oh, he's healing when he attacks, so that singing is like invigorating him, granting him like blessings and boons. And there's a body of an ancestral spirit. This one's, you know, they're singing around it. Are they trying to bring life to it? Trying to foster growth of like buds? I mean, that would make sense. Look how much larger the woman is than like these guys. It'd be really cool if you get horns that like permanently glowed like theirs. That'd be really cool. Ooh, shining horned headband and shaman leggings. Awesome. Headband decorated by a pair of shining horns worn by ancestral follower shamans. Horns with buds that also shine are ideal ceremonial items for ancestral worship. It strengthens the ancestral infant's head. And you can see some of the little budding horns kind of coming off of it, right? Worn by ancestral follower shamans. All right, cool. Nothing else. Well, what's interesting though too, here, something to note, and I mean, I'd said it before, but like a lot of times when we talk about these buds and things and horns and sprouts, they're always from physical things. But see how this one says, they live a distance from the Erd tree awaiting new buds. They are certain to sprout from their very flesh and indeed their very souls. The Hallowhorn grounds. We've activated all the flames. We're ready to take some action and see what's going on. Fight another ancestral spirit, I imagine, huh? There it is. A regal ancestor spirit. So, you know, another step beyond just a plain one. So this one's been around for a while, I would imagine, if it's regal. Same general appearance, right? Carved out ends. God, the music on this is so awesome. It's taking a lot of damage, unfortunately. The, and see, there's that, the flame, right? From the ancestor spirit head that it talks about. Now he fades out. Now look how there's all these spirit animals around. What does he sprout out of, though? Some other creature way down that way. Couldn't see what it was. But here he goes with his hops. Yeah, not much for me to say on this one, because I'm just enjoying the fight. And, like, unless he does something different. Oh, see? Oh, what's he doing? He's draining health out of things, out of us, out of the little life things around him. Right? Because what comes from death? New life. And then he fades out. See, he just, like, bursts out of that thing. He spews out fire there, too. Oh, he's getting ready to charge. Oh, he's... Ooh, look how he's doing that hop. We're gonna hit him there. Come on. Oh, there's flames. That's unfortunate. Get out of the shield crash. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. Should not have done that attack, huh? Fully charged. He's not staggered at all. Okay, where's he coming up from? Way over here. His heal. And blue. Comes the flames. Owie. Oh, come on. No, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, that went right through my guard. Oh, he's doing a pig charge. That's what that was. Ow. No. No, you don't. You know what this kind of reminds me of, too? Another, you know, Ghibli, Miyazaki thing, too. It's kind of like the forest spirit, right? He dies and then, like, comes back as the Night Walker. And, like, it touches things and, you know, sucks the life out of them. Like, I don't know. It just feels kind of similar to me. No. No, dude. I'm out of stamina. Got him. This is a cool fight. I do really like it. Remembrance of the regal ancestor. The power of its namesake. Blah, blah, blah. Ancestral spirits exist as a phenomenon beyond the purview of the Erd tree. Life sprouts from death as it does from birth. Such is the way of living. Now we can get A winged great horn, a distinctive horn suffused with the power of ancestral spirits. This large wing-shaped specimen is wielded as a weapon of spirit worship. In the ancestral spirit worshipping faith, these are considered envoys' wings, made to reap the lives of beings which experience no sprouting. So a skill soul stifler, you raise the great horn's wings to summon a soul-sapping miasma. Enemies in the affected area will temporarily suffer from reduced defense. So they're like wings, and I can kind of see it, right? I can kind of see that thing. And I think on the shaman's face, like I think they have a face painting that's like reminiscent of that. And then we've got the ancestral spirit's horn. Look how it's like a horn, but it's sprouting into all these flowers and stuff. Cut from the horns of the regal ancestor spirit. A number of new growths bud from the antler-like horns of the fallen king, each glowing with light. Thus does new life grow from death, and from death one obtains power. We're going to pick up that one because that gets us FP. So we've cleared out this section of like ancestral woods. It's crazy that we can actually summon things right here. But if we keep going along this way, we want to go up here. Because what do we see? Jellyfish that are typically found around sacred grounds, or secrets, as I often seem to think. They're helping us along, really, is the point. Another old fang. And there we can see sections of the hanging eternal city. And actually right down there is where we fought that one dragonkin soldier. So it's literally like right outside this other eternal city of Nokron, where the other one was Noxtella. Aqueduct facing cliffs. Okay, well, let's see what we can find here. I hear movement. Somebody walking along. Crucible Knight. Why is a Crucible Knight here? Hey. What's up, dude? Yeah, I wonder, like, why. Notice how, like, there's no blood that comes out of them. It's always, like, these gold speckles, right? It's the same thing that shows up when you, pop a rune arc. It's also the same thing that shows up when you use Ordovis's, greatsword. Its ability winds it up in this big, like crash of just like golden light things. Crucible horn shield. Also another cool shield. Unfortunate, you cannot change out its Ash of War. A great shield of red tinged gold carried by Crucible Knights. It features a great horn. An ancient holiness dwells within. The Crucible horn skewers foes when performing shield bashes. So I feel like does it just do more damage? 147. It does have pretty high base damage. Yeah, so maybe that's the thing about this, is it just does a lot of damage for bashes. Maybe I'll have to actually try that. The little tendrily things coming off of it are really strange. Like kind of root-like, but like, I don't know, it's almost disturbing in a way, the way it looks. Missionary's Cookbook 5, and we also find golden centipedes. Now, who else is supposed to be here is Dee's brother, who is a hunter for the Golden Order, right? Sacred Order pot, good to know. So we've got the Holy Water pot, which is an enchanted by the incantations of the Golden Order, and you can actually see that emblem on the side of the pot, right? And even the top seems like it's sealed by some kind of magical shape. Highly effective against those who live in death, even preventing them from rising again. They have no mercy for those who trespass beyond life's bounds. Now, the difference is this one is pretty much the same. It's a ritual pot, though, and it inflicts heavy holy damage. Highly effective against those who live in death. Yep, we can see there another Crucible Knight. It's one of the spear ones. The second time we've seen one in the flesh. It's such an interesting spear design too, right? See how it's got the double cross thing at the top, and then almost like, it reminds me of like a candelabra-y kind of thing, craziness going on underneath it. Their armor is even a little different from the other ones too, right? See how like she has a like a little waist guard, or like a, I don't know what you call that, centerpiece there with like a twinding, like that heelless design again, right? Owie. Oh, we're getting ganked. Watch out for any speary group. Shoulder charge. There's a shoulder charge. I thought she might try and grab us. One more. Pop. Oh, we missed. Owie. Heal quickly, please. Get rid of the archer until she throws. Poke. Ooh, that was a little close. The cape on her is a little different too. It almost looks like just fur with a little bit of gold. I missed. Oh, I didn't get... I tried to roll, but my stamina was really close to being empty, so I kind of like mistimed it. Uh-oh, this is a problem. I can't move. Stupid shield guy. Got him. Only somber smithing stones, though. No actual crucible items there, unfortunately. Golden beetle. What have you got for us? Oh, see you later. Order healing. Okay, this sounds pretty good. An incantation of Golden Order fundamentalists used by hunters of those who live in death. Alleviates death blight buildup. Could have used that in some of the other parts. The noble gold mask lamented what had become of the hunters. How easy it is for learning and learnedness to be reduced to the ravings of fanatics. All good and the great wanted, in their foolishness, was an absolute evil to contend with. Does such a notion exist in the fundamentals of order? Huh. So, like, I mean, D makes it seem like it's their whole thing. And even in a bunch of these, right? It's like that Pot said that, you know, they stamp out anybody who try to live outside of life's bounds. But, like, I mean, just like we've said, right? It's like the order stuff is, like, contradictory. Where, like, I mean, specifically, if we look at D's armor, who is supposed to be a hunter for the Golden Order. Twins of gold and silver, right? There's that duality thing. The two known as D are inseparable twins. They are of two bodies and two minds, but one single soul. Not once do they stand together, nor not one word do they speak to one another. Perhaps this armor longs to find its way to the other D. So maybe it doesn't say anything yet that I can use in my knowledge right now. Okay, I can't say anything. I know things that we don't know yet in the journey. But like we see it with Rajir, how the Golden Order can encompass other things. Even Muriel says things kind of along the same thing. But then you've got the Order's blade, right? You have the hunters, you have the fundamentalists, who are like researchers, scholars in all but name, delving into like the meaning of things. And then you got the role of the hunters to stamp out defiled reason, all for the perfection of the Golden Order. So anytime you have this reason that's been ruined, that's when they're supposed to step in, because they are all about order, like some kind of sacred order. And I would imagine to do specifically with the you know, like Elden Ring in particular, because of like their symbol, how it has like that Elden Ring thing in the center. But then you've got the Litany of Proper Deaths, or not this one, then you've got this one, right, the Order Healing, how, you know, Gold Mask, who's a fundamentalist, who's about the Golden Order, he's lamenting what's become of them, because they're supposed to stamp out defiled reason for the perfection of order. But now they've like got this huge focus on those who live in death, and how it's like easy for them to go into the ravings of fanatics. And so they've been seeking out other things, and they found some great evil, some absolute evil in the form of those who live with death. And instead of like sticking to their reasons, like the actual core of their code, they just said, this is what we're about now, because that's what they want, right? To make them be the good guys. And it's wrong. It's wrong. Oh, got an iron spear. Dude, I can never get that to drop when I actually want it. Commonly used iron spear with no notable traits. The blade is severely rusted. So you can also, is that the only iron thing? You can also get, I think, another weapon. Basically the same idea. But to me, that kind of cements that thought I'd had in one of the previous videos, where like these guys, like, I mean, they're slaves, so they were given non-notable equipment, right? Nah, whatever. Moving on. Who do we have here? A figure. Pale hair, pale skin. He's got a blanket across his lap. It's very reminiscent of Rajia, right? Because he had that across his lap, kind of hiding death blight buildup. Hi. Hand over the twinned armor set. No. Oh, he can't say anything otherwise. Okay, yes. Darien. So inner order. So he was supposed to be in a deep sleep, right? And it also said they never uttered a word to each other or stood by each other. Huh. And then what do we see here? D, beholder of death. I mean, because what did he say in the note from Roger? That he had even stood at the precipice of the Prince of Death, or before him. Look, what do we see right up there? It's a Valiant Gargoyle. This was the hardest fight for me at my first playthrough. I spent, I don't know, it feels like a couple hours trying to win this fight. It was brutal for me. Just absolutely brutal. Here we go. Let's go, bud. Owie. Now, right, see, it's kind of the same thing. Oh, look, he's doing the corpse wax slicer thing, but he doesn't have... Oh, he's doing green. When you get out of that, that's bad, bad juju. That is poison. It's super fucking deadly for some reason. Yeah. Why is he spewing out poison? Because we've not seen any of them do that before. Because I was going to say he did that cutter skill like the Black Blade Kindred, but the Kindred one, his was also suffused with powers of the Rune of Death. Why? Because he is a Kindred of Malekith, the Black Blade. That's why he has a black wax. Oh, good stagger, D. Wow. There we go. And now, here's a reason this fight was awful. The Twin Blade. Alright, maybe D's got that one while I fight this one. But the poison. Why does he have poison? Oh, get me out of that, please. It's like Stormcaller, dude. Or something of that, Storm Assault. Which maybe makes sense, because what kind of things do these things have? They've got corpse wax from champions and stuff. So maybe, you know, they're picking up these other, essentially Ash of Wars from the various corpse wax that they have going on. He's still alive. D, why did you switch targets? Please keep them separated. Alright, I guess I'm going to go to this one. Oh, he's going to do the poison, of course. At least I'm not poisoned yet. Ow. Okay, I need this one to go down here now because D's about to be done. And I still got two of them. Uh-oh, uh-oh. D's done. Now it's just me and both of the golems. Big leap. Oh, I missed. Oh, that's a problem. Almost got this one down. Oh, no. Get away from the poison. Watch for the other attacks. No. Get me out of that stupid poison. Why does it have so much range, dude? Okay, one down. All right, I can focus on this one. We'll be okay. You know the way the ribs and stuff look? It reminds me of the beast things in the Bestial Sanctum and region that are very skeletal beast looking. It feels the same to me, even though I know they're probably not quite the same. Maybe it's just the skeletal look of it, right? Oh, finish. Yes. Oh, thank you. Oh, great work. Gargoyles Greatsword, Gargoyles Twin Blade. So a bronze greatsword, wielded by Valiant Gargoyles, just like the wielder, missing parts have been mended by corpse wax, a patchwork of champions. Pretty much the same thing, but see again how the coloration is actually slightly different. And then this one, also nothing really to add into it. But now we're left in this space here. So here's our site of grace. Great Waterfall Basin. And the grace, look, there is actually, look how it does it. Points us towards there. Even if it's not on the map, look how right there, if you look, it's telling us to go this way. We should rest first, though. Rest in Coffin. Because that's just totally a normal thing to do. You know, that thing is solid rock. You know that slab is heavy. And our dude is just casually laying down and moving it. And then look at all this crypt and what's going to happen. Floating up, up, up. Now see how the words are that ephemeral script? You know what that's like? The words of the two fingers. Because you can see it in the cipher potta and stuff. intangible yet having form or something waterfall. So we're going up the waterfall further along a river, I would assume. Siofra River or Ancestral River, right? Here's our guy, looking confused. Look at this huge cavern, massive roots and stuff. Super cool, man. Deep root depths. And now look where we're under, the capital. Yeah, so it did. It followed the river way up here. Now, this kind of explains a little bit where, like, you know, it talked about how, oh, Dee's brother, he stood before the Prince of Death. And it was kind of weird because it's like, well, if he's at the Siofra River Aqueduct, how did he stand before the Prince of Death? Because the Prince of Death is supposed to be under the capital. Well, now that's where we're at. And even look at the coloration and stuff. And, like, it looks kind of sickly, right? Great Waterfall Crest. Yeah. That's where we're going to call it for this one. Next time, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go through here. We're going to check it out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Always appreciate it when you do check it out. And until the next one, take care.